Hey kids, welcome to Worth the Spin. I'm your host, Just Jack. All right, hanging out, doing a real quick video, maybe real quick, before work here. Long weekend. I wanted to try to get one in, try to stay within a week period here on trying to do these. A little bit of blankness going on here, as you can see. Moving the studio into some new space, new backdrop. Trying to make it a little bit more professional looking. I was notified I'm up to 850 views. It's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you for my subscribers, and thank you for everybody who watches this video and likes it. I hope you will enjoy this video, and I hope you will enjoy my past videos and any future videos that I do. I have some plans in motion, but we'll see how those pan out. All right, so we're going to talk about some of my latest finds here over the past week and a half. And I have some other cool finds coming in the mail. It should be here on Tuesday, so I'm excited for that. Most of them not super wow kind of things, except for one. Oh, dude. If this is what I believe it is, and from the pictures that I have in the video I was shown, this is what it is. That's going to be awesome. So we'll leave that as kind of a surprise there. Leave you on the edge of your seat and bring you back next week for that video. So we will see what will happen. Alrighty, so now we're going to talk about a few things. Number one, we're going to do a little housekeeping here on some Beatles news recently with some upcoming releases that I try to do video on several videos, and none of those videos have come out. I think, I don't know, PC enough. I don't know. It's kind of a tough subject. It shouldn't be, but it is. So we'll talk about that. All right. First one off the bat, the one I'm most excited about finding this weekend. I found this the other day. My personal favorite Wings album. And I don't like to say Paul McCartney and Wings because it kind of makes the other guys just look like a back band, you know. Paul McCartney. Oh, and Wings. You know, I think they were a unified group. So, Wings. This is my favorite Wings release from 1973. Has always been Red Rose Speedway. There was originally a double album produced and recorded that was going to be released. Capitol said, sorry, Paul, you know, double albums are kind of expensive. Your other ones have not been selling all that well. At the time, I think your biggest Beatles solo hits were John's Imagine, Ringo's Ringo, and George's All Things Must Pass. So from the time of the split until 73, your biggest stuff Beatle-wise solo were those three albums. None of Paul's was really that huge of a hit. I think McCartney and Ram were probably two biggest selling ones that he had at the time. Anyway, 1973 comes along this little beauty here. And this is not the original cover. This is an alternate cover. This album was released in 2018 as semi-part of his archive collection thing, which he gave up on, which I would like to see come back. I'd like to see it finished, because I know he's doing the half-speed masters now, and that series is better because you're getting the half. They just sound better. They really do sound better. If you listen to the original of one of them, listen to the half-speed master, there is a difference, and it does have better sound quality to it. But I like the archive collection because you got the stuff that was on the B-sides of singles. You get the A-side singles that were released at the time that were not on the album. And you got your bonus, your demos and stuff like that. And it wasn't an overblown price. It wasn't drowning out with 27 versions of Coming Up, you know. And I think it was a very nice series. And I'd love to see it come back again and finish up. I really would. I don't think that's going to happen, obviously. I think too much time has passed since the last release. But it would be nice. Alrighty, so 1973, Red Rose Speedway. Originally a 2-album set, like I said. Got shaved down to a 1-album set. I think the 2-album set much better. So I found this the other day, and you can get this online. It's like, I don't know, with postage it's going to run you probably $45, $50 depending on where you get it. So it is possible to get this. This is where I found this one was $39. So it's well worth $39 to me. I haven't got a chance to clean it and put it on the table yet. I just got it the other day, but it's going to be a long weekend, so I'm looking forward to listening to this. This came with a download card, which is really awesome, and the code still works, so I was able to download that to my phone. So that's pretty sweet. All right, Paul McCartney. Sorry, Wings, Red Rose Speedway. There's your cover. And I don't believe this would have been the final cover mock-up. This is just a way to signify the difference in them in the store in case you see them. This is the first time I've seen this in the store, so this is pretty freaking awesome to find. This is a kind of a cheapy made cover. It's one of those where you put, it's for a double album, and it's not a gatefold. We just shove both vinyls into there, which causes it to split a little bit, but that's okay. The slicks, it was a slick. You could see, I don't know if you can see the glue on there where it's not set right and it's kind of bubbled. So they put some kind of, not sure how they put this together, but it was not very quality wise. This, by the way, is done. It's on the album. Nobody did this with a marker, just so you know. It's got a little bit of dirt to it. It's a white cover. White covers are horrible. I tried cleaning it with some stuff that I have. It's a green cleaner. Don't have any real chemicals in it, but it cleans really well, and it usually does pretty good on albums. Unfortunately, it made a small little mark on this one. I did it very carefully, as careful as I could. I made a little mark, and I said, well, I'm going to stop. I don't want to mess it up anymore. So I think this was a loved album. It's just sitting around without the plastic on it, so it accumulated dirt. Anything you get that's white, album covers that are white, you know, you've got to get some kind of protection, leave the plastic on them or something, because they're not only you're fighting age when a few years down the road and they start to yellow a little bit, anything that touches these is going to leave a mark on them. This is your backside. There's not much there to talk about. And what's cool is this was open, of course, when I got it used. And this is your innards that came with it. Nothing exciting there. Slide those back in. Yeah, see, this it's kind of like it's a weird constructed deal. Came with this nice little booklet, which is shortened version of the book and poster and stuff that you got with the original release. That's inside. There's some different stuff. So if you've seen that stuff that comes in with the original Red Rose Speedway, it's all condensed down to this little book, which is kind of cool. Slide that back in there. Came with this cool download card. Like I said, the downloads still work, so that's awesome. Most of these that I have found, like the archive collection ones that have the old cards, the codes still work. And if they don't, I've contacted the paulmccartney.com on the back of here address and said, hey, I bought this. It may be used, but it's still sealed and the code's not working. And they check and see that the code's never been used before, and then they'll allow you to use it. This one was open, so whoever bought this didn't do the download, so that's cool. Good for me. And it also has the hype sticker, which is really awesome. Somebody tore that off and they put it inside the sleeve. I don't know if you could see that, but that's your song lineup. All right. And this isn't like extra songs that they took off and said, those songs aren't very good. We don't want those on here. These are, I love these songs. I love these songs that are on here. Take a look at your vinyls. Again, it's a double set. No flashy stuff here. These are 180 gram. You can tell because they're very heavy and they're thick. These are near mint. Very, very little scuffing. What is on here is from the being put into the paper sleeves that are in there. I haven't had a chance to clean it and listen to it yet. So that's that. This is just great, man. I love this album. I love the new songs. I think it works very well as a 2-record set. And there you go. That one. And there's that one. So this is a great album. This was an awesome find. I've seen it online. I've been wanting to get it. But it's like, you know, I don't want to pay $40, $45 for it. Went to the shop the other day. They had it sitting there. It was $39. I had some stuff in the truck. I usually carry some records with me that I'm looking to. Sometimes when I'm out, I'll find stuff and I'm like, wow, that's worth like, you know, $25, $30, $40, and it's not what they're charging for it. Sometimes if you look, you come across stuff, man. If you go and if you just have time and just go into a record store and just start going through some of their dead inventory that's been there. You know, I talked to this guy, one guy who I know who owns a record store, and he's like, yeah, he's going through his CDs, getting ready. He's opening up another location, and he's going through his CDs. He's like, man, I've got CDs here. They're brand new in a shrink. And I've had these for 25 years trying to sell them. I've got to make a change. I'm like, yeah, you do. 25 years old, it's time to move those on another way. But next find I got, and there seems to be a lot of these popping up in my area lately, which is whatever, you know. But this was new, unopened. This is a collection of Beatles oldies. And this is the one album the Beatles do not recognize as an official Beatles album, because they did not want this thing produced. Again, this is I believe an 82 or 86. I looked into it. I didn't write it down. I believe an 82, 86 reissue. This is your inside cover for it. Nothing fancy there. Nothing to write home to mom about. Say, hey mom, look what I found. But I have several 2-box ones because they are popping up. And so it's kind of neat. So I'm kind of getting a good collection of them. I had 2 that I traded for another album last year. And I wish I didn't now. But because I probably won't find those. And those were like this one, sealed. So it's just really weird, you know. It's like somebody's going around town cleaning out their collection of stuff at different places. I don't know. All right, this is your vinyl. It's brand new because it's just opened up by me. And that is that. Have not cleaned nor played it yet. As you can see, there's some, maybe not, there's some dust and stuff on here from manufacturing. See that white speckles? That's off of the inside paper sleeve. That's why I like to take out of the paper sleeves and put them into these. Gives them a lot more protection and helps keep them anti-static and clean. And the static, you get the static on there and put it on a turntable and the dust just sucks to it. That's, in case you don't know, that's the whole thing with the anti-static sleeves. I found this thing on the other day. It's $1.99. Doesn't have the original sleeve to it that it came in, but this is a period accurate sleeve. I can't find any copies of this 45 that has a sleeve. They're all the, I believe the original one was like a multicolored kind of neon-y sort of purple and green and yellow orange kind of swirl type situation. But anyway, so it's on Atlantic Records. It's Ringo Starr's A Dose of Rock and Roll. Flip side to this is Crying. And I know a lot of people are not Ringo fans. They don't really like his earlier stuff. But I think Ringo from 1970 to 1984, I think it is, when Bad Boy came out. I love Ringo stuff in that time period. The 1990s and the more millennium stuff and the stuff in the 2000s, I'm not really that crazy about. But his older stuff I love. I love this stuff. I know most of these songs aren't his. These are other artists' songs that he covers. But I love these songs and I love the way he does them. I think they're very well done. I'm a Ringo fan. I'd love to see all of his discography redone, remastered. But there's so many different labels that own his music. It's just a nightmare. Unless he goes and buys the rights back to all of his stuff. And honestly, no offense to Ringo, but I think that the popularity of a lot of these earlier albums are so low that he could get those rights back really, really cheap and re-release these things on his current label and sell them. I don't know. It's just me. Maybe it's just me. All right, again, this is another new one. This is the last one I have for you today. So this one, again, there seems to be a glut in my area lately of German pressings popping up. Why? I don't know. It's really weird. I'm starting to find German pressings. Not a lot of German pressings have anything great on them or anything different than their standard releases did, but there are a couple of them that do. This one, it don't. So this is the same as the original 1964 soundtrack. And so it's nothing to write home to mom about, but it is still cool because it has this different cover, and I just think it's cool. And it was $8, so if you can get one of these foreign prints for $8, why not? And this was the sleeve it came with. It's just no big deal. And this is like looks like I think somebody's dog took a bite out of that. But there's no damage to the album cover, so I don't know what that's all about. And I think it's like a 69 pressing. When I looked it up, I think it was a 69 repress of this in particular album. Again, it's a German release. It's awesome. $8. Then it would be taking a look at your vinyl. It is on the Odin label, the blue label, so that at this time period for this one, it tells you that was a reissue, and that's okay because it's $8 and it looks brand freaking new. Plays great. This is one that I have cleaned and listened to because I've had this for a couple of weeks now. Plays great. Looks fantastic. I'm glad to have it in my collection along with some of my other German releases that I have. Alrighty, kids. That is all I have for you today. And a couple quick things I want to touch on. One, I've done, 35 videos on, and they never seem to come out right. And I have to remember, I can have a opinion and a comment on something, but I don't have to have it from the soapbox. So I try to leave the soapbox in the other room. Right now, I'm using the soapbox to hold a speaker up in my new setup. So hopefully, since it's there supporting that speaker, I won't be able to drag it down here and stand on it and make too much of a comment on things I shouldn't. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of things. One, this whole controversy surrounding John and Yoko one-to-one concerts. I'm glad this is finally being released. I am interested in the one-to-one concert part of it. I plan on getting the 4 vinyl set that has those 2 concerts on there, minus 1 song, of course. I'm not so much the big fancy high dollar set with the remastering of Sometime in New York City. Sometime in New York City is a good album. It's part of history. It's part of Beatles history, part of John Lennon history. It's a very controversial album. It was not well received. It has still not been. It's not one that people look back on and say, yeah, it wasn't really all that good then, but listen to it now. It's really awesome. It's not the case. A lot of people, especially younger people, getting into John Lennon, they listen to it and they don't understand what's going on in the history behind the songs that are on there. So it's a tough sell. But I see it in the record stores all the time, and the cover doesn't have a sticker on it, or no wording is covered up or nothing. So I don't know why we're making such a big deal out of it now. So it contains a song, "Woman is of the World," and we are censoring the album to remove that song altogether. Instead of someone from the Lennon camp coming out and saying, well, here's what's going on, they just removed it. And I thought, well, nobody's going to notice the song's missing. Of course we're going to notice it's missing. First thing out of everybody's mouth, where's this song at? So now we have all this controversy that nobody wants to comment on why they did it. Sure, eventually Sean will come out with something, say, here's why I decided to do it or whatever. But I would think Yoko would still be behind it, as Yoko was the one who came up with the title in 1972 when John wrote this song. So, but there's been no comment from her. I know she's not doing that great health-wise, so maybe that's why she's just staying on the back burner and letting Sean do whatever he wants to do. I still see the reissue in the stores. It's not covered up. You see this word and you see the lyrics to the song on there. Still see Shaved Fish, which came out 3 years later. Again, the song title's right on the front cover. You can't miss it. John Lennon Live in New York City, 86 came out. Song title's on the back of the album. Nobody censors it, covers it up, nothing. It's on the album. It's no big deal. And when it came out, it was no big deal those other 2 times. The only time it was really a big deal and there was any controversy was the original release in 72. John said, hey, it's a metaphor. Here's why I'm using it. This is how it fits into this song. And if you read the lyrics of the song, it works as a metaphor. I get it. It's very easy to get what he's doing here and what he's trying to say. So why in 2025 is this such a controversial thing? I don't know. I hear people use it every day. They use it to one another. They don't have a problem with it. It doesn't bother them. Their albums are out every day that contain this word. Nobody censors those albums. They just put a little sticker on there, suggestive lyrics, whatever. And that's it. That's all they do. Nobody's making anybody take anything off. Nobody's throwing a fit over it. So why we're just, censoring this album and just removing it, period, I don't understand. I don't understand. Put the album out. Leave the song on there. Don't do anything to spotlight the fact that, you're trying to edit it or remove it or whatever. Just release it. I guarantee you, nobody's going to say a word about it. Because it's 1972 that this song has been around. I just don't get it. That's all I'm going to say on it. I want to say more, but I'm not. I think it's silly. But I'm not buying a big giant box set. I'm not a big fan of Sometime in New York City. So I don't care about having that reissue in my collection. I just want the concerts. That's all I want. So I'm buying a one that will provide me with the concerts, minus this one song. And that's what I'm getting on that. Anthology 4. Ooh, boy, that was a powder keg. It went off pretty quick. So let me say this. I am a second generation Beatles fan. I was born in 65. My sisters came over in 73, but the release is 67 through 70. And said, hey, I'm tired of you listening to music you listen to? Here's some classic music, some good stuff for you to listen to. Listen to that album and forever changed my life. And I've been listening to the Beatles ever since. So I spent a lot of money over the years on Beatles stuff. I don't have it all still. I spent a lot of money on Beatles stuff. I helped make them more money than they've made. Just like the rest of the fans. We buy the stuff, we buy it, we rebuy it. New version, we'll buy that. Reversion of the reversion, we'll buy that. So show us a little bit of respect and not say, hey, we're deliberately putting this for a money grab. We're just trying to get the rest of the money out of your wallet that's in there. We've all, for us who've been around collecting Beatles and listening to their music for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, we've got this set. We got them when they came out, or we bought them a little bit later on. I had the CD versions when it came out, because at the time, CDs is what I was listening to. Later on, I got the vinyl versions, and I admit, they're tough to find the vinyl versions, and they're expensive. These things top like $100, $120 a piece. Open. So, releasing this set where you can get all three in one deal, that's cool. If you don't have the other releases. But since you already have them, why are you going to spend $250, $300 to rebuy them just to get Volume 4? Which has, I think maybe, I looked at 13 songs on there, 13 tracks that are actually not on something I own. Because some of those other ones that are on there have already been released in those expensive box sets I have. So, it's not really a bargain. Even releasing it by itself. And records are expensive these days. This is a 3-album set. So this is going to retail, even doing it by itself, it's going to be a $60, $65 record. You got to give me a little bit more value than 16 bonus tracks of songs that they stopped halfway through, or, little spoken bits are in there, and stuff that's probably, for the most part, is going to be, if you take the 3 albums, remove the stuff that's on the deluxe sets that I have, you're looking at maybe 1 vinyl, maybe 1.5 that will actually have new stuff on there that most of us don't have. So try to make us buy all 3 albums again to get that 4th one. It's a money grab. It's a spit in the face. It's disrespectful to Beatles fans. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because there's a lot of controversy over that. A lot of people making a lot of comments on that. I'm just saying this. I'm not buying it. You decide to release Volume 4 by itself, I'll take it. But I'm not going to buy this giant expensive set of 3 albums I've already got just to get the one that doesn't have that much new material on it that I need anyway. This set is a powder keg. It went off pretty quick, and a lot of people. This year seems to be a year of just turbulence as far as Beatle releases. You got the 1-1 concerts and anthology, and everybody's up in arms about everything. And the bottom line is this, guys. It's your money. You work for it. If you don't want to buy something, don't buy it. You don't have to jump up and down and scream and yell and tell people that they're doing things wrong and this ain't right. Just don't buy it. Don't buy it. I'm not buying it. I'm not putting my money out on it. Later on, if I can find Volume 4 by itself, I'll take it. The one-on-one concerts by themselves on the 4 vinyl set, I'll take it. But I'm not going to spend that $250, $300, whatever on that giant box set of 12 CDs and stuff in order to get all the bonus tracks and all this kind of stuff that there is. I don't need 18 versions of Angela or John Sinclair or Sunday Bloody Sunday, because they're very political songs. They're not very entertaining songs. And as far as working copies of them, I don't really care. They're part of John's history. I listened to that album. I don't really enjoy it, so I'm not going to spend a lot of money on songs that I don't really enjoy. It's the one John Lennon album. Well, I take that back. You have Life of the Lions and 2 versions. I haven't bought any reissue stuff of those either because the entertainment value is not there. So I work hard for my money like everybody else. I want to get some kind of entertainment, enjoyment out of it. And I don't feel I am on this release. So I'm just not buying it. That's all we got to say about that. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you will go back and watch some of my older videos, and I hope you enjoy those. And I hope you will enjoy my videos going forward. Again, kind of changing things around to make it a little more professional, a little more entertaining. And that'll be my next video. You'll see my new setup and still working on it. Trying to be a little bit more professional videos. But thanks for watching. I got notification of 850 views. That's awesome. I got subscribers out there, and I appreciate all the subscribers so much. That you do like these videos enough that you want to subscribe to it and get a notice every week. It says, hey, this guy is this crazy off the wall guy's got this new video if you want to spend your time on it. And you spend it at this point 27 minutes and 10 seconds watching it. I greatly appreciate that and your time. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Share, let people know about it if you like it. Say, hey, this is a pretty good video. I enjoy it. Maybe you'll enjoy it too. Hopefully get more subscribers. Subscribing's free. I heard something yesterday. Somebody made a comment they don't subscribe to YouTube videos because you're charged. I don't know where that came from. I've never been charged. I'm subscribed to 80 different YouTube videos, and nobody's ever taken money out of my account for it. They are free. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like it, share it. And that's that. That's all I got for you. Have a good, safe weekend. Thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate all my subscribers out there that you guys subscribe to this and actually watch this every time it comes out. It is so awesome to me. Listen to music. Listen to vinyl. I think vinyl is the best form of music. You listen to whatever form you want to listen to, as long as you get entertainment out of it, and it's entertainment for your money. Be kind. Spread a little love out there. There's not enough love going on in the world. And next week I'll have some of these new pickups coming to me in the mail. We'll take a look at those, especially the one. This one is just is mind-blowing that I got this. And I got this with postage for, I think, like $32. I can't wait to share it with you because you're going to be like, you stole that record. It's like every now and then you come across one and you're like, no way. No way. Is this price right? Okay, I'll take it. That's all I'm going to say. All righty. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Thanks for watching me. I appreciate it. And I will see you next video.